Well, today we're in a dead elm zone, I like to call it, a dead elm environment. Trees here in various stages of decay. Most of them are dead. This one over here, for instance, classic dead elm. As you can see there, the bark's still on it, for the most part anyway. Walk a little closer, and lots of dryad saddles. Some people eat them when they're small. I don't much care for them, but there's an apple tree right there. Well, we're going to look around in here. Another elm stump over there with some dryads on it. This area goes for about a quarter mile back in there. Then we're going to look and see if there's any morels coming up in here today. Vegetation's getting tall. The garlic mustard there. Well, see what's going on. Well, we just came through the area where that apple tree was. It's back over there in the distance. You can see there's a lot of dead elms in the region. Small area right there. A lot of dryad saddles. No morels yet. It's kind of shaded in there, so of course that's going to cause them to be a little later than they would be elsewhere. But anyway, we've got a long way to go yet. Big honking elm right there. See that? Nice big tree there. Yeah, once you become a morel hunter, you start looking for dead trees. At least we dead elm hunters do. We kind of focus right in on those. See lots of them there. So we're going to continue on. Well, this is the type of area that the average morel hunter usually finds himself in. Pretty much surrounded by dead elms. Vegetation up to my knees. Giant ragweed. Wild carrot. Garlic mustard. Violets. I don't know what all's in here, but sure is getting tall. Yeah, creep into these old elms. This one's probably too far gone by the looks of it. Not a whole lot of bark left on it there at all. Down at the base you can see some dryad saddles there, and there's some coprinus species there, probably mica caps. Just a big mess in here. People went by a few minutes ago and I like to scare them to death. At least the kid. Another elm here with dryad saddles all over it. Bark's too far gone though. At least that's what we think. I don't know. I always check them anyway. Onward we go. Quest for the morel. Well, we just came through another bunch of dead elms here. Pretty much the same patch that we were in before, but nothing yet. Vegetation's awful high. It's a little bit early compared to when I normally find them in here. Vegetation looks right, but that's not always a true indicator either. When hunting morels like this, you see you have to kind of go around in circles and try to hit as many trees as you can. It's a little different than how some of my northern friends hunt. You can kind of bounce around in a vegetation-free environment, going from ash tree to ash tree, or from poplar to poplar. I guess in a sense we're doing the same thing here, but we're dealing with the underbrush as well, which makes it that much more difficult, especially with the little grays that I was hoping might be up today. I'll just leave this on and you can trip through the brush with me here. Probably already been over here, I don't know. Yeah, you can see where I've tromped the brush here. Been over in here already. I actually thought there was an apple tree around here where I found some last year, but who knows. This hasn't been a super productive spot over the years that I've been here, because most of these elms are what my daughter likes to call too far gone. And I think that pretty much describes them. You're seeing remnants of an old road bed that used to run through here. They tore it up and gave it back to nature. Here's a big elm tree. Close up of the bark. Some of the bark's gone. Some of it's still there. You look up at there, you see the bark's all gone from the top. Probably thousands of morels around this area. Oh, 5, 6, 10 years ago. But I always seem to find one tree down here that produces really well, and it's a different tree every year. And that's why when you're hunting morels and elms like this, you hate to bypass any tree, because just because it didn't fruit the year before doesn't mean it won't this year. So anyway, we're gonna march on here, and I guess I'll turn this on or off for now and turn it back on when we find a mushroom. Well, we've walked quite a ways in here. Checked quite a few elms. There's a nice elm right here. Notice it's smaller than most of them, but it doesn't really matter much. I'm going to point the camera down so you can watch as I go along here. Oh, look here, look here. There's your elm tree. Not much bark on it either. Most people don't like that. But let's get down here and take a look. Right down in there. The young. How's that? First one. 100 trees. One morel. An hour of walking. Hey, that's a pretty good average, isn't it? Alright. That's it for today. Hunting elm trees. Big elms. Little elms.